In this video, we'll be taking a look at a few charts in preparation for the week ahead. If you love the content, please like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're interested in learning to trade Forex like a professional, check out our course on Udemy. I've attached the link to the course in the description as well. So, like I said earlier, I'll be taking a look at 5 different charts. So, we'll be taking a look at gold, GBP-USD, EUR-USD, AUD-USD, USD-JPY, crude oil, and Nasdaq in order to help you get prepared for the week ahead. So starting with gold, on 4 hours chart, you can see we had a very solid massive move bouncing off this area of value. So last week we talked about how we could expect a price retest from this area of value with a bullish move to the upside. So unfortunately, I was expecting the price to take out these highs and providing us with a bullish momentum to open a bullish trade, a buy trade targeting this highs here. But unfortunately, we didn't get that. We broke below this area of value and went all the way down to these lows. So this was as a result of the fundamental effect from the Feds last week. So we had a bullish reversal that we expected in the opposite direction, but this didn't give us a good opportunity to go long, except going long at these lows here, which wasn't realistic because there was a good chance we would fall lower. So right now, price seems to be bullish. So what I'm going to be watching out for in order to go long is possibly a retest at this area of value and a bullish momentum, taking out these current highs. This would be my scenario to go long on gold. Alternatively, I'm going to wait for something like this. So let's see, I'm going to wait for some sort of consolidation, okay, a consolidation within this range, and then a bullish breakout targeting this area of value. This is going to be my scenario to go long on gold. So right now, I'm still not going to be, going short because it's clearly a bullish move. So there's a ton of bullish momentum on gold right now. So this is the 4-hour chart. If you go down to the 1 hour or 2 hours chart, it's the same thing, okay? Just whatever time frame that gives you the best trade entry is what you should pay attention to go long on gold. So I'm going to watch out for this consolidation and a bullish breakout from that consolidation to go long. That will be my signal to open a buy position on gold, and my target is going to be around these highs here, so which is an area of value, and my stop loss is going to be below the consolidation. So this is how I trade to give me a better risk to reward ratios with my trade. So moving on quickly, we're going to talk about GBP-USD. We had a fake out and we talked about waiting for price to break through this area of value, and we also took a trend line like this. So last week we had this trend line saying if we break through this trend line, we might go long. So right now, we seem to have broken this trend line, but there's a significant area of value here that might prevent price from going straight up all the way to these highs. So I'm going to wait for a very good consolidation, like I'm going to do on gold. Consolidation here, and a bullish breakout from that consolidation, also taking out this area of resistance before I go long. So I'm not thinking about going short on gold because this is clearly a massive range, okay? So this is a massive range. You can see price going up, down, then possibly up again. So this is my outlook on GBP-USD briefly. So I'm going to wait for a consolidation around this level, a bullish breakout, also taking out this resistance level before I go long. First target is going to be around this area of value, and second target is going to be around this highs here. So that was it briefly for GBP-USD on the 4 hours time frame. If you go down to 2 hours time frame, for example, simply the same thing, okay? So I'm going to wait for that consolidation, a bullish breakout from that consolidation, taking out this resistance for me to go long. This is how I trade to get the best risk to reward ratio possible, and it helps me deal with patience, okay? So I don't get to rush into trades because I know exactly what I'm watching out for. So that's it for GBP-USD. Moving on, we're going to talk about EUR-USD. So EUR-USD still seems to be in a long-term bullish trend. So on the 4 hours chart, if you take a look at this price movement, you can see made higher lows and higher highs, but we seem to have made a very significant bearish decline all the way to these levels. But these lows here, so this is kind of like a double bottom before we had this massive reversal to the upside. This low didn't take out this low, so there's a good chance we might see a good bounce from this level all the way high, okay, all the way up. So I'm going to pull up the 5-2. Something really interesting. If you pull up the 5-2, you would see that this double bottom here signifies or aligns with this area of value on the 61.8% fab level. So this is a very good area of value. So as you can see, this double bottom on EUR-USD aligns with the 61.8% fab level, which also aligns with this area of value. So this means there's a ton of bullish momentum coming from this level, which sends price higher, and our scenario to go long will be waiting for price to take out this resistance level on the 2 hours time frame. So I'm going to go down to the 2 hour time frame. So this is the 2 hour time frame right now. So I'm going to watch out for something like this. So maybe a consolidation around this level. Okay, so a good consolidation around this level, and then a bullish breakout from this resistance level for me to go long, targeting these highs. So this is my outlook for EUR-USD. Okay, if you take a look at the analysis so far, gold, GBP-USD, they're all bullish because we seem to be having a bullish momentum. So within a week, if the momentum changes to the downside, then we're also going to look forward to opening sell trade. So I don't want you to feel like I'm biased towards the market, looking forward to only going long. If I see sell trade opportunities, I take them. But right now, what I see is opportunities to go long. That's why I'm sharing my outlook for these bullish case scenarios, right? So just to show you what I'm talking about, so let's say, for example, this week we get some sort of reversal to the downside like this. So let's say we get a reversal to the downside like this, and we get a consolidation around this level. If we get a bearish breakout to the downside, then obviously I'm going to go short, because the price that violated this area of value, meaning there's a good chance we'll be heading lower. Because another case scenario is that this could be a bearish continuation chart pattern. So we have a bearish move, and this could just simply be a bearish flag, right? So this could be a bearish flag, which would eventually give us a bearish breakout to go down. So this is also another bearish case scenario for EUR-USD, which will be a great opportunity to go short, right? So whichever plays out, whichever price action plays out, we're going to trade according to what the market gives us, according to what price action says. Okay, so I'm not biased towards only going long. So if I see a good sell trade opportunity, I go short. If I see a good buy trade opportunity, I go long. So that's it briefly for EUR-USD. Moving on, we're going to briefly talk about AUD-USD. So this is the Australian dollar paired with the US dollar. So you can see this is the 2 hours chart. We had a very good bearish move to the downside. I'm just going to point out this real quick. So we had a bearish move to the downside. We had a consolidation. So I think we added this to one of our reels this week. So we had a consolidation and we had a bearish breakout. So this bearish consolidation is known as a bearish flag, right? So it's a bearish flag, a peanut, a symmetrical triangle, however you draw your lines, right? So if you draw it like this, it's going to be kind of like a symmetrical triangle. Okay, some people will call it a peanut, like someone commented in our reel, but it depends on how you draw your lines. So let me show you something real quick. So you could do this, and this would simply be like a flag, because you are obliged to take the highest number of touches. So if you follow the principle of following up with the highest number of touches, then you see this is a bearish flag. This is just a deviation from the flag. It's normal. So this is a fake out. So you don't have to include all the tops in your charts. You only have to include the most significant areas that touches the lines. So this is a bearish flag in my opinion. It's a small consideration and a breakout, and we seem to be having another one down here, right? So this kind of a consolidation within a range. Okay, so this is a bearish rectangle. So we talked about this in our forex trading course. So all the chart patterns you could think of, all the important chart patterns, I talked about it and I explained how to trade them in our forex trading course. Check the link in the description below to get full access to the course. It costs a penny. Okay, so just check that out if you're interested in learning to trade forex. So moving on, we have two opportunities to take a trade on AUD-USD right now. So we could either go long or we could go short. So my scenario to go long would be waiting for price to, excuse me, I'm going to use this brush. So we're waiting for price to, get a little bit of consolidation around this level and a bearish breakout. So this will be a scenario to go short in continuation of this massive already, moving bearish trend, right? So this is clearly a bearish trend. So you shouldn't be surprised if we get a consolidation, a breakout from this support level, which would send price lower. So this will be a good opportunity to go short. Meanwhile, if you're looking for a change in trend or a quick counter trend, trade opportunity, you could wait for price to, reverse to the upside, consolidate around this resistance level and give you that bullish breakout. So this would be trading in the opposite direction of the trend. I really don't like to do this until I get a clear indication that the trend is changing before I go long in this kind of trend. So in my opinion, I'm going to look for sell trade opportunities to go short on AUD-USD because that is what the market is currently, giving us. So that's it briefly for AUD-USD. Moving on, we're going to briefly talk about USD-JPY. So this is something we've been watching for quite some time, and we've eventually broken below this area of value. So I'm going to watch out for something like this. So a consolidation around this level and then a bearish breakout to go short. This would be my outlook for USD-JPY, because if I'm expecting gold to be bullish, then it is logical to expect USD-JPY to be bearish, because USD-JPY has the US dollar as the base currency in this pair. So when USD-JPY goes down, then expect either USD and GBP-USD and AUD-USD to go up. Okay, that's how the correlation works between the dollar and these pairs. So alternatively, if you're looking for an opportunity to go long on USD-JPY, then you could watch out for something like this. I'm going to get rid of this real quick. So you could watch out for something like this, maybe waiting for price to break back above this area of value, retest as a confirmation, along with a bullish momentum to go long. So this will be a scenario to go long. So that will eventually make this breakout here a fake out. So this is one scenario to go long on USD-JPY, but personally I'm more inclined to looking towards going short. So that will be waiting for a consolidation around this area of value and a bearish breakout from that consolidation to go short. Then my first target is going to be around this area of value here, and my stop loss is going to be above this area of value. So this will give me a tighter risk to reward ratio with regards to trading USD-JPY. So this is the 4 hours chart. When it's time to finally, pick an entry, I'm going to go down to the lower time frame, 1 hour time frame, to pick my entry to go short. So if you're interested in learning and understanding risk management and how to properly manage your risk when it comes to trading, get that Forex trading course, because I talked about that extensively. Okay, risk management is very important. So check out the course with the link in the description below. So moving on, we're going to talk about crude oil. So crude oil, something I also talked about last week. We are moving within a range, obviously, as you can see, moving between this resistance and support level. So this is clearly a ranging market. Okay, so the price hasn't decided where it's going to head. That's why we can see these massive, swings within this trade. So this is a good opportunity to, trade between the swings or trade between the highs. So when you get to the resistance level, you go short. When it gets to the support level, you go long. So you just do that until we eventually get a breakout. So that's what I do sometimes. So eventually you'll be able to maybe take 3 to 4 or 5 different trades before we get our breakout with the explosive price movement. So on a long-term price movement, I'm going to go down to the daily chart. So on the daily chart, you can see obviously that crude oil is in a bearish trend, right? So I'm going to zoom in. So crude oil is in a bearish trend. You can see all the way from this highs here, price making series of lower highs and lower lows, and now we seem to be moving within a range. So you could play the range. When price gets to the resistance level, all you have to do is wait for some sort of bearish reversal candlestick, like a bearish engulfing candle, a doji, a spiny top of sorts. So that will be your confirmation to go short at the resistance level, and that will also be your confirmation to go long at the support level, except we do get a breakout either above the resistance level or the support level. But in this case, we might be coming close to the end of this trend. That's why we're spending so much time within this range. So you have to pay attention, because any breakout you get either from the resistance level or the support level might be a fake out before price truly decides on the direction it's going to head. So that's it briefly for crude oil. So once again, I'm going to watch out for price reversals at resistance level to go short, and price reversals from the support level to go long. So in our Forex trading course, we titled this Trading the Bounce. So I taught about how to trade the bounce of support and resistance level. So if you're interested in learning how to perfectly trade bounces, check out that course. You're going to get a ton of information that's going to help you improve your trading. However you like, okay, whichever, no matter the trading style you trade, whether you're a scalper, a swing trader, a day trader, it's going to help you a lot. And lastly, we're going to talk about Nasdaq. So there's nothing really important to talk about here, because I think Nasdaq is going to open up with a gap on Monday, okay, because of what's going on with the Silicon Valley Bank. You know, the Silicon Valley Bank, one of the largest banks in the United States, just went bust. So that's affecting the stock market a great deal, and I think it's going to affect Nasdaq a lot. Okay, so Nasdaq might open up with a gap on Monday, so that's something to pay attention to. That's why I included Nasdaq in this week's analysis. So right now, I can't really tell you to watch out for a breakout from this level because we might see a very huge gap from Nasdaq all the way to 11,300 or 11,400. So until the gaps comes, or if we don't get a gap, then I'm going to reanalyze Nasdaq to give you a clearer picture of what I expect the market to do or the reactions I expect from traders on Nasdaq. So if you're not following us on Discord, try to subscribe to our Discord because that's where I'm going to be uploading all the new insights and follow-up information for this week's analysis. So that's it briefly for this week's analysis. Once again, we talked about gold, we talked about GBP-USD, EUR-USD, AUD-USD, USD-JPY, crude oil, and Nasdaq. If you would like to follow up these charts, okay, join us on Discord. I have the link in the description below. You get to chat with other, traders worldwide, and you get to share your trade ideas, ask questions, and follow up with these chats with me, okay, on Discord. And if you're interested in getting free trading content, free trading lessons, join our Instagram page. Okay, I also have the link in the description below. You're going to get free lessons on our Instagram page every day, both in reels, Q&A sections, and all that. So that's it from me this week. See you next week.